Number 9.
Andrew Luck. The Indianapolis Colts quarterback shocked the sports world when he announced his retirement 2 weeks before the start of the 2019 season. Luck was just 29 years old and coming off his 4th Pro Bowl, but what he described as 4 years of unrelenting pain were too much to continue after 6 seasons in the NFL.
Number 8.
Isaiah Thomas. The Detroit Pistons point guard was an NBA All-Star in each of his first 12 seasons in the league, but began to battle injuries in the 1993-94 season, which culminated in Thomas tearing his Achilles tendon. 1 month later, he retired at 32 years old. But Thomas said he didn't retire because of the injury, but because he had lost his energy and intensity.
Number 7.
Barry Sanders. The Detroit Lions running back stunned many with his retirement at the age of 31 before the start of training camp in 1999. Sanders was within 1,500 yards of Walter Payton's all-time rushing record, but the running back said his decision was simple, quote, "My desire to exit the game is greater than my desire to remain in it."
Number 6.
Gale Sayers. Another Hall of Fame running back whose career ended early. Knee injuries forced Sayers to retire at age 29. He played in just 4 games for the Chicago Bears in his final 2 years. Sayers was Rookie of the Year in 1965 and was first-team All-Pro in his first 5 years, leading the league in rushing in 2 of them.
Number 5.
Bobby Orr. The Hall of Famer is worshipped in Boston for leading the Bruins to 2 Stanley Cup titles and earned hockey's first ever $1 million contract. Yet Orr retired at just 31 years old after 10 seasons. Orr had undergone over a dozen knee surgeries in his career and could no longer play.
Number 4.
Cam Neely. Another Bruins icon and Hall of Famer, Neely also retired early at 31 years old. The right winger was a 5-time All-Star, but a knee injury during the 1991 playoffs forced him to miss all but 22 games over the next 2 seasons. Neely returned to All-Star form during the 1993-94 campaign, but developed a degenerative hip condition that eventually forced him out of the NHL.
Number 3.
Sandy Koufax. The Dodgers southpaw who played for the team in Brooklyn and Los Angeles retired at the age of 30 after the 1966 season, despite having just won his 2nd straight Cy Young Award and the 3rd of his career. Koufax cited his reason for retiring was that he feared permanent injury to his arthritic left elbow. The Hall of Famer finished his career with a stellar 2.76 earned run average.
Number 2.
Magic Johnson. Magic's retirement announcement was larger than just the NBA. It had a cultural impact as well, as the Los Angeles Lakers guard stepped away in 1991 when he revealed he was HIV positive. Johnson was 32 years old and was already the NBA's all-time assist leader and 3-time MVP.
Number 1.
Jim Brown. One of the greatest NFL players of all time, and some may argue the best. Yet the 8-time All-Pro called it a career after 9 seasons at just 30 years old. Brown retired as football's all-time leading rusher, and he announced his retirement July 1966 while filming on the set of The Dirty Dozen after Browns owner Art Modell threatened to suspend him without pay if he didn't report to training camp. The Cleveland Browns running back rushed for 1,544 yards and 21 touchdowns to win MVP in his final year, leading the Browns to the 1965 NFL championship game where they lost to the Green Bay Packers.